Hello friends of the Northern Entertainment and welcome to another episode of Train Life, a railway simulator. So first of all, I want to say thank you to my friends from Nacon for sponsoring this video, and second, if you want the game, you want to check it out for yourself, go down in the description to the link. Of the legal stuff out of the way, we can get right into it. Well, the last video, if you haven't seen this, in the last video I kind of went over the basic sort of premise of the game and what it is, what it isn't. If you haven't seen that video yet, I'm gonna put the link in the description. There was also a long stream that I did that also showed a little bit more of the game. But what I want to do in this video is I want to show you guys what different locomotives there are. Can only show you here in the by locomotive, in the preview. And oh yeah, I should also apologize for the sound of my voice, but I'm fighting a cold still, so there's that. But yeah, besides the locomotives, we're also gonna start our career play. I started this with the stream, so you can see I have already made a little bit of money. But yeah, let's have a look here first of all what we have in terms of locomotives. And you can see here the unlock levels. The Lechner and Cog FZ 18. Well, that's an Electro, an E locomotive. Then we have the PZK Bison, which reminds me a little bit of the Talon 2, to be honest with you. But again, there is of course no... I think the only ones that are licensed are the ICEs. Then we have the PZK Eagle, and the difference here between the Bison and the Eagle, beside the money, is that the Bison has a power of 3,250 kilowatts, and the Eagle SL has 3,500 kilowatts, and the max speed is 120. The max speed here is 140. The acceleration is weak on the Bison and strong on the Eagle. Then next up, also at, or then the next unlock comes at level 8, the UIF M88V. It's a diesel engine, has 3,750 kilowatts of power, a max speed of 140 kilometers. The acceleration is above average. After that, we move to the Lechner and Cog DP 2500, and to be honest with you, this one looks to me like an old Russian E locomotive. It has 3,650 kilowatts, a max speed of 130 kilometers an hour, and the acceleration is above average. Then we come to level 9, which looks almost like a... yeah, I'm not sure if you could call it a Taurus. No, that's definitely... yeah, I guess you can call this more Taurus than this, but I don't know. This is the Newegg Griffin E4 DC UD. Also an electronic one, an E locomotive. Power of 3,750 kilowatts, 125 kilometers. High is the top speed, and the acceleration is average. And then we come to level 16 next, and that's the Salzgitter 6B, which is the big cousin of the ones that we have right now. If we go all the way back to what we have right now, we have the Salzgitter 6. And if we turn on comparison, then you can see that in comparison to the 6B, everything is higher. So we have a power of 3,250 kilowatts, and Max speed is only 115 kilometers. Acceleration is above average. Then level 16 also we have the Lachner and Cog FZ21. It's, by the way, a very unfortunate name for a locomotive. Lachner and Cog. This one has a power of 3,750 kilowatts, a max speed of 140. And then we come to the next higher level of that talent clone thing. This one has a power of 4,000 kilowatts, max speed of 150 kilometers per hour, and a strong acceleration. And then we have the PZK Bison. I'm not even trying. Simo, would that be Smokioni? Like, I'm pretty sure that W is silent and probably half of the letters are silent. That seems to be how it works. But anyways, this one here has 3,750 kilowatts of power, 130 kilometers per hour max speed and average acceleration. Then we have the real big brother of the one that we have right now under the UIF M93P. As you can see, it has 4,250 kilowatts, 150 kilometers per hour top speed and a strong acceleration. And then we have, last but not least, the Lachner and Cog DP 3,100. I do not know what this is, but okay, I don't know what that was about. But anyway, yeah, so those are the locomotives. And then another thing that I wanted to show you guys is, well, not the upgrades, because that's really not that interesting, but oh yeah, look, now we have those. This is from early, this is from if you bought the game in early access, which I actually did. I bought the game in early access and was later on approached by Nacom if I would be willing to promote the game, and yes, I was willing to promote the game. Yeah, we're gonna select this, but yeah, you have all kinds of stuff that you can put into the into your cab. I guess that's excuse me. Oh look, an old piece of pizza. Yummy. Ugh. Okay, that all being said, back to the game. So we are turned around. Now what I wanted to show you guys though is the level company. If I go here to my skills, or level unlocks I should say, then you can see here we are now in level 2 of 30, which is recruit 2, which gives us a couple of locomotives parts, but this goes all the way up to 30, as you can see, and there's a whole bunch of unlocks that are coming with that. Besides just locomotives, you can also see that the total number of employees that you can have in your company will change. So now we could have 1 employee, but A, I don't have the money to buy to pay the employee. B, I don't have the money to buy another locomotive. So that being said, like I said, this is gonna be the start of our the start of the actual gameplay, or the actual oh, 1 available, 0 to pick up. Well, but yeah, this is going to be the actual gameplay. I'm not gonna start a new company. We're gonna be working with this one to level 30. Cologne factory, what do you got? The station doesn't produce anything. Yeah, that's cool. Amsterdam iron mine. What do you have? Oh, look at that. From Amsterdam to Munich. That would be interesting. So we can... Oh, let's go from Amsterdam to Brussels. That sounds like a good one. That's 331 kilometers. Well, we could also go from Amsterdam to Calais. Actually, no, let's just go with this one here for now. Oh, but there's 2 things to Munich. Well, money-wise, that would make more sense. Add to the pickup planner. Add to the pickup planner. Yep, it's gonna be rough. Rough. Amsterdam iron mine. Alright. Wow, we have a little bit of a drive ahead of us, so we better get to it. Off we go. Off we go, hi-ho, hi-ho. That is kind of cute. Yeah, if you have any questions about the game, again, and I said that many times already in the previous videos, the name Railway Simulator is a little bit of a overpromise, I think. Because it is a very arcadey approach to railways, and the developers make no secret out of that, so you can't say that they are... Oh look, there's a forklift, that's kind of cool. You can't say that they are not forthcoming with that, they absolutely are. But I think that a lot of people are going into this with the wrong idea in terms of what the game is and isn't, and that's why I tried in my videos to make that very clear that yes, indeed, there is... Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna go over there, and then we're probably gonna go next. Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. You know, you drive a rail, you drive a train, yes, but it's a very simplified version of driving a train, and I think some people just didn't realize how much simplified it is. And yes, I know also that the whole system with the signals and whatnot is confusing at best. I guess in a way they tried to simplify signals, but they did it to a point where the signals are so oversimplified that they don't communicate what you actually need to know, and that is, you know, there is no advanced approach signals. And I do understand that you have the HUD to work that, but for somebody who likes a little bit more of a simulator aspect, it would be nice if you can just turn the HUD off and just drive by that. But unfortunately, the way that everything is handled right now, just because it is so vastly deviating from yeah, from actual prototypical movements, that's just not given. You have to have your you have to have the... What are we doing here? So confused why we have to go onto this track. Oh, probably because we're bypassing a station. That would make sense. But yeah, like I said, the what was I saying? Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Oh man, being sick sucks. But yeah, if you oversimplify it, then sometimes you lose important, like there is a reason that train signals are working the way they do. There's a reason that speed restrictions and the speed limitation signs and all that stuff are working the way they do. Now, of course, you can also make the argument that in real life a train driver drives on the same road forever and ever and ever, and they also have a track book that tells them if something changes. You could argue that the HUD, the display in the HUD kind of replaces the track book. But yeah, it's just some thoughts. You no longer have access to the Cologne grain mill. Well, that's good. I don't want access to the Cologne grain mill. I want access to the Amsterdam steel mill. That's how far the episode is gonna go today. We're gonna go into the steel mill and we're gonna be picking up the wagons, get everything set out. Oh, sorry, Amsterdam iron mine, not steel mill. Yeah, we're gonna pick up the iron ore and we're gonna take it down to Munich, but we won't be taking it to Munich today. That will be part of another episode. And depending on your guys' feedback, this is going to be either a weekly thing or maybe just a monthly thing or whatever the case may be. But I will definitely play this through all the way to level 30. Especially I'm excited to get finally my hands on the Orient Express, which is also a perk for early access users. So we're gonna be switching now back to our normal, to the normal side here. Okay, 60 coming up. Next speed limit 60. So we're gonna be throttling down a little bit. There we go. All right. Delicious tea. It's always nice. Next speed limit 120. Did you notice? No stuttering in the, during the save. That's nice. Of course, it's a night drive. Any more lights that could be on here in the cab? Guess not. Now we better be speeding up here. Carefully though, because we don't want to necessarily spin out. That would be rather sad. I can see here we're just gonna go around the bend here. Not a very long drive anymore, especially once I can really put the hammer down here. Highball. So this is that long turn now. After that long turn we're gonna have one more junction. Might be able to get already.
This is the station operator. How can I help you? We're prepared to receive you and have marked tracks for your arrival.
Yay. We're gonna be going to the pickup track. Yeah, max speed 100 kilometers an hour, even though we could go in theory 120 here, but the locomotive that we are running is just not giving us that option. And running at full throttle is unfortunately not really something that we should do with no, that we should do with the fuel consumption. Oh, I feel out of it with those stupid pills, but I hope it is regardless an enjoyable video for you guys. So the next junction is coming up, that quote-unquote triangle. And we are also going down in speed. Almost 90 then. Oh, approaching train has been spotted. Well, hopefully that approaching train is on the other track. But now, of course, we need to be vigilant, because you can see we have here an approach signal. And there is a halt. There she comes. See, it doesn't make much sense to keep us going like that. Because we could have just passed this train on this track and never had to stop. It had nothing to do with our block, but be that as it will. Be that as it may. But boy, we are sure burning fuel. There is the entrance signal. And as you can see here, this is the iron mine. Rather easy to tell. Here we go. Now we can hook up to our consist. Next wagon, next wagon, next wagon, next wagon. There we go. All the wagons are coupled. And as you can see, we are now ready to roll out with our consist attached. That being said, that will be part of the next video. I do hope you enjoyed this, and if you want to check the game out again, click on the link below. Until next time, Northern Alex signing off. God bless.